Hi, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Feedback. I'm Nick Vole. Just because students aren't in class anymore, it doesn't eliminate the need for them to interact with one another, and a cool new program at Thomas Jefferson Middle School gives kids the opportunity to do just that. It's called Reflection Fridays, put together by the counselors, and it's an opportunity for kids to share a little bit about themselves with their classmates.
Hi guys, it's Hudson. I'm back with another Reflection Friday. So I really need to be better about cleaning my room. As you can see now, I'm just eating breakfast in my room. Like, what? Who does that? Yeah.
And I'm joined now by the team who put this great event on. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Reed Wetteraw. I'm one of the counselors at Thomas Jefferson. I've been at Thomas Jefferson since it opened.
Hi, I'm Christina Howe. I'm one of the counselors too. This is my third year at TJ. Before this, I worked at Skyview.
And I'm David Marcus. I'm a counselor here at TJ as well, and this is my first year here.
Hi, I'm Hudson, and this is my first year here at TJ. Before TJ, I was at Lakeshore.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and just like Hudson, I'm new. I'm a sixth grader, and I also went to Lakeshore.
So let's start at the beginning. How did this weekly event, Reflection Fridays, begin?
So obviously in this remote setting, it's made it really hard for our community to stay together, especially for sixth graders who are new to Thomas Jefferson to feel connected to each other. And so this was an idea that we came up with as a way to connect sixth graders as well as seventh and eighth graders together, and teachers and community members together through light-hearted prompts and responses and questions.
So for the uninitiated, how does the event work? You guys send out a prompt. Is that correct? Why don't you walk us through how it works?
Yeah, so we send out an email to our students, to parents and guardians, and to staff, essentially saying, here's the prompt for this week. And it takes them to the Flipgrid website where then they can do the video. And so that's kind of where it kicks it off. And just so everyone is on the same page, the expectations are in that email, and then they go there and make their video.
Mm-hmm. How important is it? I would imagine at the middle school level, it's difficult to sometimes get kids to, connect with one another to begin with. And now that they're all so separated, how important is it to have some sort of unifying event or, activity?
I think it's really important that we continue to make students feel like they're part of the bigger community of Thomas Jefferson, and especially for our sixth graders to feel like they are welcome and part of the bigger picture. So I think it's really important.
Hudson or Caitlin, do you want to talk about what it's been like for you guys?
Sure.
You can go ahead, Hudson.
Okay. Well, I feel like it's always been interesting to see what the new prompt is for the next week, and I've always been interested in trying it out, and it's just really fun for me.
And I find it kind of cool at the end of the week when all the videos get posted to see what other people have said and connect with them, and to see their differences and what they do different from us. So I find that pretty cool.
To the students, I'm curious, have there been times when you've gotten these prompts and you've sort of surprised yourself about what your reaction to it is? Maybe it's something you haven't thought of before?
Yeah, so it was, I think, last week about the New Year's resolutions, and I've kind of in the younger grades, I've been what should my goals be, but then I never really stick with them. But this year I feel like I've really gotten a chance to actually think about those goals and try to accomplish
follow through. Yeah,
accomplish them.
How about you, Caitlin? Anything surprise you with these?
Yeah, some of the prompts that have been made, I've never actually really thought about them, so I find it kind of good to think deep down about what my reaction would be or what I would do, or maybe start something new and different. to, I don't know, but yeah.
Caitlin, you said something earlier that I thought was kind of interesting, that you liked seeing what the other students in your school are thinking and doing. Does it surprise you at all, or how do you feel about the fact that when you see these, there are kids who are maybe kind of like you, or kids maybe who have a totally different experience that you might not have thought of?
Yeah, I find it surprising because sometimes when I'm in classes with these kids, like I think of them as one way, and then out of class when they do those little prompts on the flip grid and you get to see their reaction and things, it's just surprising to see like if they do like what you thought they would do or if they do something totally different, because then you have like a greater mind of who they are. Yeah.
Hudson, how about you? Do you ever see what other people put and think, wow, that guy's just like me, or she's just like me?
Yeah, usually it's my second period orchestra teacher that shares us the Reflection Friday videos, and it's always really unique to see what the other kids or grades put in, and it's awesome.
Do you guys ever feel self-conscious about maybe saying some things that might feel a little bit private?
Sometimes if there's like something that I really don't want to share, I share something that's similar, just not exact. So yeah.
I never like came across that situation, but if I do, I feel like TJ is like a great place to like where they would keep it private. So I would feel open about sharing that stuff.
To the staff, I guess my question is, your job is to work with students to make sure they're kind of in the right place mentally for success in school. How challenging has that been for you guys remotely?
I feel like it's been really difficult because, we don't know what we don't know. And that's the same, even if we're in person school. But when we aren't in the building, when we don't see the kids, it's really hard for us to know what's going on in their lives. And so we have to be really intentional about reaching out and trying to get that information from them. And some students are really forthcoming. Some students tell us, but if we don't ask, we usually don't know. And so I think through things like Reflection Friday, it's a way to kind of put those feelers out to open up the conversation so that students feel comfortable with like kind of telling us what's going on.
It definitely has kind of pushed us to be more creative in how we outreach to our communities, because we're such a diverse community with different socioeconomic backgrounds that we have to be really creative how we can reach those communities. So Reflection Friday has been a really awesome way to bring different perspectives and different points of view of how different people practice self-care, or what gratefulness means to other people, or what other people are thankful for. Really helps create a sense of diversity but unity together, because it has been really hard to be able to connect with each student because we're so remote. But this definitely, Reflection Friday and this team has been really awesome in trying to reach out through different interventions.
I was just going to say that we are also depending a lot on our teachers to help us figure out who those students are so that we can reach out to them and their families.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys find through this series, this Reflection Friday series, that when you get these flood of responses in from students, you're sort of surprised by who these kids are because you see them in maybe a different way than you might normally?
Yeah, I mean, I think every week that we post it, so we do like we post a new prompt every 2 weeks, and yeah, definitely always surprised because me as a new faculty here, teachers also participate in this too, and so getting to know teachers, different students, I'm just surprised every week by everyone's responses, and it's been really awesome just to kind of get to know teachers and students here, because I am new, so I don't know anyone. So it's been really helpful to be able to also get to know similarities, differences of other people.
And we are running some remote groups, and Hudson and Caitlin have both participated in those. But for the students that aren't necessarily doing those kind of extra things that we have going on. It's nice to see them, because if we even popped into class, we might not actually see kids. So it's a really good experience for us to have students really talk about themselves and share, and then actually get to see them, which is always nice.
We are, it appears, not too far out from a return to some sort of in-person learning. Obviously, things won't get back to normal for a while. Do you anticipate this series continuing beyond remote learning?
I really hope so. Definitely, I think it'll definitely look different. But I definitely hope that it can continue working with, our media department, and helping our leadership team, or our leadership class, continuing this on, or whatever it looks like. But definitely, I hope it can continue.
I agree with Mr. Marcus. I feel like it's an amazing group or Flipgrid that we get to share and socialize with other kids.
I would just like to say I also find it's fun when you're doing Reflection Friday. Flipgrid has lots to offer to kind of help express something. For example, you can choose emojis to express your thoughts and feelings instead of words. And then also, if you don't really want to talk or show your face that day, there's also some text you can use that also helps. And so it's really just a way where you don't have to present yourself. It's just letting everyone know, let everyone know who you are. So when you go back to school, they know who you are inside, because you can't hide behind the camera forever. So
it's kind of a safe way to do that.
I was just going to say, to piggyback off of what Caitlin said, I feel like Flipgrid is really user-friendly. You can just do a short blurb, a short video. You can not show your face, like you said, or you can do lots of editing, which both Hudson and Caitlin are very good at editing things, and it makes it really fun, but you don't have to do that, if that's out of your comfort zone, especially for parents who aren't really used to the technology, like we have been forced to be.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, I'm not a teacher, so I don't have any access to those softwares or technologies either. So it's interesting to hear you guys talk about it, because I'm learning about it too. So thanks for that. Anything else before we wrap it up?
I have one thing. So,
Yeah.
Like Caitlin said, how you don't have to show your face or anything like that. So, for the kids that aren't that comfortable with showing their face or talking, there's an audio button where they don't show your face, you can just hear them, or the other way around. So, no, not the other way around. But you can use text boxes and stuff like that, and it's a great way to hear what other people say and know that hey, I never knew that they could do that. Because me and Caitlin have been really good friends because we went to Lakeshore together, and through these Reflection Fridays, I knew a lot of stuff that I never knew before.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, thank you to Hudson and Caitlin and all the other 6th, 7th, and 8th graders that have participated in Reflection Friday, as well as the teachers and staff. It's been really fun process, and seeing all the new clips, getting to know, this community, and helping kind of keep the community communicating together. Because I think during this time, it's even more important that we show unity by showing all the diverse sides of our TJ community. So it's been really a great fortune for me to be able to participate in this with you all.
Guys, thank you so much for joining me. It sounds like you have a really cool thing happening at TJ, and it's fun to see these videos and see these sides of yourselves. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks for watching this episode of Feedback. Remember that you can always find more about the school district on social media: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Until next time, I'm Nick Vole.
Hi guys, it's Hudson. I'm back with another Reflection Friday. So I really need to be better about cleaning my room, as you can see now. I'm just eating breakfast in my room? Like, what? Who does that? Yeah. So you saw that. I also need to be better about being nicer to my brothers, because why do you always come in at the perfect times? Like that. Oh, I'll be right back. Dealt with that easy.
One of my personal goals for this year is kind of a strange one, but I really want to finish learning how to complete this Rubik's Cube. I've started learning over the break, and I've really enjoyed it, and I'm getting there, starting to figure out different parts of it. I've got the bottom row, the bottom figured out, but I'm looking forward to finishing this. Just a really good exercise for my brain.
Hi, my name is Shandala Shaga, and some goals that I have for the new year are getting better at my instruments, because I like orchestra class and I think that I can get better at the instrument that I'm playing. Another goal that I have is taking a lot of notes in class, because I feel like that would help me a lot, especially for tests and quiz in school. Another thing that I want to do is get more along with my sibling, because we always fight all the time, so maybe that would be better for me and my sibling to get along more. And yeah, those are some of the goals that I have for the new year.
So, a new goal that I have for this year, growth is really important to me, and continuing to learn and being a lifelong learner. And so last year, my goal was to learn a new instrument. And so I started learning how to play guitar. So this year, I'm always going to continue that goal, because goals just don't end. But a new goal that I have for this year is to learn a new language, to also be able to, communicate and support those that don't just speak English. And so a goal that I have this year is to start learning either Spanish or ASL. And so I'm excited to start that journey. To continue to learn and support others.
What's up? I'm Shay. This is my cat, Lily. Personal goals, for a year, almost a year now, I've been wanting to move out of the US and go to England, because I want more cats. I want a job. Am I doing this right? Yeah, no, here's my cat. Have a couple seconds on my cat, and I know she's beautiful. Oh yes, give us a good yawn. Oh yes, sis, work the camera. Ooh.
One of my goals for 2021 is to bake the best gluten-free pie.
My New Year's resolution is to have all A's by the end of the trimester. The highest I've gotten as my GPA is a 3.9, and I would like to up that to a 4.0.
Number 3 I need to work on is my orchestra teacher gave us this growth mindset sheet, and it's very useful. And my little Alexa back there, she helps me remind to read that every day, and this is what it looks like. So my orchestra teacher made this. It says, I have a growth mindset. I am in charge of how smart I am, because I can grow my brain like a muscle by learning hard things. I can achieve anything with effort and right strategies. When I fail and make a mistake, is a great thing, because I can learn from them and get better.
Happy New Year! Welcome to a new year, 2021, and a new episode of Reflection Friday. Thank you everyone who participated in this week's Reflection Friday. A new year means a new opportunity to look back on the year and look back to how you want to better yourself for the future. This can be by setting goals. This can be trying new habits and hobbies. It's an opportunity for so many things for growth and change. So really, we want this year to be an opportunity for our students to grow. So we have some resources to help you as students, as well as a community to help each other. Make sure to take a look at our Counselor's Corner. We have amazing student supports on ways to be a successful student starting the new year off. We have a lot of resources on building study habits, organization. We have resources for planners that you can utilize, as well as we have ways to set goals using SMART goals, and studying for preparing for some tests that you're going to be taking this new year. as well as, becoming a better student also means taking care of yourself. And so remember to check out some of our mental health and self-care sections as well. Also, a new year is an opportunity to grow and diversify and help support your community. So make sure to check out the racial equity and justice section for resources and information and education on all the different populations that make up TJ, as well as our LGBTQ plus supports, learning and diversifying as well to help support our communities is a great way to start the new year. All right, that's all we have for this week. Tune in 2 weeks for our next episode of Reflection Friday. Just a reminder, prompts are given Monday and are due by 5 p.m. on Thursday. All right, take care. Have a good week. If you missed an episode of Reflection Friday, make sure to head to the Reflection Friday page on our calendar page to be able to see all the episodes from the previous weeks.